Hello, and welcome to Debate Night's favorite guests. I'm Corey, that's Matt, that's Tyler, I don't know where anyone is, that's Taylor, and we are unfinished business. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. I don't actually have any topics. We're going to go Corey style on this one.
See you guys next week.
Yep. Like and subscribe. See you next time.
Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Scott's
So what
here.
are we talking about?
No, so tonight...
Sports.
Disc sports.
Tonight we're going to be talking about all the things that have come out recently. So Q Series, all that information, the new way to watch live disc golf on the Disc Golf Pro Tour Network and all their changes they've made to this season. We're going to talk about what is our early top 10 to start the year power rankings for each one of us. We're going to talk about who we think are going to be our winners up until Champions Cup. We're going to try to predict those and anything else that comes up.
Are those the same people for those two lists, or do you have different ones? Because mine kind of veer away from each other, but...
So the top 10 list is just, hey, right now, before we start the season, who's your 1 through 10? And then we're going to say, hey, this is who I think is going to win the chess.com. This is who I think is going to win Waco. This is who I think is going to win Austin. And we're just going to take turns doing that. And we can say whomever we want, whatever we want. Every single week, we got to give a shout out to Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hi, Scott.
Real quick, Faygo flavor update, Corey.
Oh,
that's right.
Rock and Rye.
Let's go.
Nice. Rock and Rye. It's basically their number one flavor, which is some kind of cherry cream soda. It doesn't actually say on here.
Cherry cream.
It's really interesting. It's got it's almost like how Dr. Pepper has 23 flavors in it. Yeah, this is their version where it's got multiple flavors, but it's mostly supposed to be cherry cream soda. It's really good.
I freaking love
Dr. Pepper,
dude. I love the what is it called? The cream one. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh. Soda.
Yeah.
The cream Dr. Pepper one, dude. Yeah. Ridiculous. That I get.
You know what else is good? If you go to a store and you have fountain drink, do half Dr. Pepper, half root beer.
Okay.
Telling you.
Man, I'm gonna have to try that.
I'm a fat person, so I experiment with the sodas.
I usually don't drink too much soda, but I'll definitely go with the zero stuff or whatever. So, which I don't know if that's the aspartame one or if that's the stevia one or no, not stevia, sucrose one. So I don't know. So, anyways, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So we're just kind of winging it a little bit. So I'm not going to lie. I've been really busy with work. I was talking to Corey about it a little bit. And I'm also going away with a bunch of teenagers this weekend. And I'm in charge in transporting 21 kids to that. So I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. And also we already said it last week, All-Star Weekend sucks. We get to see Gannon throw Discmania. Yeah. We get to see Gannon throw some Discmania, which I guess is exciting, but we get to see disc golf, I guess, right? But
to be honest, I don't even know when that is. Is that this weekend?
Yeah,
Did it already happen?
No, apparently it's this weekend. So, what's going on in your world of disc golf, Taylor?
I have a doubles tournament Saturday. So hopefully getting out there. It's basically the course itself is a 13-hole course, but they've got 10 holes to make it a full 18. So I'm hoping before Saturday I can sneak out and go play the new hole, see what's going on. Worst case, they've got it updated on UDisc, so I have a general idea. It's just a park course, so it can't be anything too crazy. But excited for that. Not excited that it's supposed to be 50 and raining, but we'll make it. We'll see if we can pull out the dub for the boys.
More importantly, you put your hat on your horse.
I did put my hat on my horse too. and take a pic. It's on my Instagram.
That was awesome.
If you
I
wanna
missed
check
that. I'm gonna have to go see that. What's your horse name?
Oh, we have two. We have Pringles and we have Graham.
How is Graham spelled? Like the measurement or like the cracker?
It depends on how. I think that's open to interpretation. Oh, open to the user.
Clearly, it's like the cracker. it's
That
Graham.
was part of the food theme, but I didn't think about the unit of measurement, but I'm kind of a fan.
So you actually ride those horses?
I do not. I'm an emotional support human. I've ridden them before, but mainly my girlfriend is the horse.
Nice.
Is it really true that horses can sense like your nervousness and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
People say that. That's
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
But
I
you
think
can definitely tell
anybody
like how they
can-
react when like someone like me tries to ride a horse that has like never done it in their life and is absolutely terrified versus like someone that knows what they're doing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I think anybody can like recognize Taylor's nervousness.
Absolutely. Just pure fear. Pure.
It's just easy to sense.
So
What about you, Matt?
I played a doubles round with a guy who's never played like last week. And like halfway through, he just tries to throw a forehand and just throws the most like beautiful forehand of all time. And then proceeds to just take my rally and just throw amazing forehands the rest of the course. Just nothing. And he stood dead still. Like he could have been carrying a beverage in the other hand, just swung his arm back, took one step, and and every time it was like perfectly accurate, right where he was aiming for it. He just turned to us and went, I don't know, man, it feels pretty good. So
Working out.
I'm going to do that. But almost got diced up by him because we expected him to be, his partner was really good, but we expected him to be far worse. And because he was really good with his forehand, he wasn't. And I think we did actually lose by one stroke, but we were like, we were 8 down, they were 8 down, we were 7 down, I think.
So you played against someone who was brand new? He wasn't your partner?
No. I played against him, and then our buddy who has really good distance on him. And the course we have is like the front 9 is just, if you don't have distance, you don't make birdies. So he got us a lot in the back or in the front 9, and then we proceeded to bring it back a lot in the back 9. But
They had us in the first half.
My buddy Ace with my rally as well. That took like 40 shots, but made it happen. Close enough.
Oh, I thought that was like
That wasn't first try?
literally
All part of the
first couple tries.
all part of the camera magic there. No, we threw 40 shots, and the only ones, or not quite 40, but the only ones that were close were the rallies. And I was like, dude, you should just throw just rallies on this next one. And his third rally, it just went right in it. He hit the chains, he hit the basket like 2 or 3 times beforehand, but it was always
I'm
that
surprised
close.
nothing broke.
What you mean?
Quality,
Like your
finish
phone,
line,
your
display.
tripod,
Oh,
your car.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
No. He was using his phone. We looked over. The wind blew the phone. It was in a bag. Blew the phone over and down a hill. We had to climb down a hill after it. But it wasn't broken.
Still works.
It's
Nice.
It's sketchy out there.
What about you, Tyler?
It's not much. It's really sad. I kind of took like a hiatus away from disc golf-ish for like a week last week. I just needed a break. I got some things coming up. I got tournaments coming up and whatnot, and I felt already, for some reason, I felt like burned out, and I don't know why. So I was like, let me just take a week off, and then let me pick it back up. But I was still kind of putting, and my putting stroke has been really up and down. I'm putting with the Study BLs, new disc this year. I think I've figured it out, maybe, but we'll see. So no content right now, just extremely busy, so I'm not able to push out any content at the moment. So nothing really, but I got a tournament in 2 weeks I need to get ready for, and that's about it. Nothing really much going on. But I finally enjoyed seeing some Completely Corey content make its way back onto YouTube.
Yeah. So I did 2 videos in Tennessee, and then Friday I am driving down to somewhere in Kentucky, but on the way I'm stopping at Idlewild.
Let's
so
go.
I will be playing Idlewild. It's not going to be the same Idlewild you're used to because I'm pretty sure all the trees are still naked. So
Yeah.
hopefully I can hit the gaps that you usually can't. One of my buddies, I think I brought this up a couple weeks ago, but one of my buddies is like fully invested now that Simon and Eagle are no longer with Discmania. Neither is he. So he is never going to spend any more money on Discmania, and he is slowly going to try and build an MVP, mostly MVP bag. He's not going to be like, he throws the Berg and stuff like that, but I'm going to be giving him this blue wave. So Dan, this is yours. It's literally brand new. I think I've thrown it 3 times, but I didn't want it in the bag, so you can have it. And we're going to try and film a series of like him replacing everything that is Discmania into everything else. So
Discmania
cool.
is so good too. That's so.
Oh, he loves Discmania. He did. He's just heartbroken that they got rid of the 2 people that like brought everyone to Discmania.
Yeah, I get it. So is it just MVP or is it like the 3-headed monster?
It's probably the 3-headed monster. If honestly, I can see him throwing a lot of Streamline just because it's not gyro.
Yeah,
and it would look the most like Discmania, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm curious to get somebody like that's opinion on if they would throw like Thought Space or Mint discs or the rebranded MVP stuff. I'd be curious to see like their opinion on that sort of stuff. There's some really good molds in that lineup. I'm not sure if they're like distinct from MVP or Streamliner, but I'm curious if it's like still produced by MVP, if he's still down, or if it's just a hard cutoff.
For him, I think it's just because it's Michigan based, and then they also have Simon and Eagle, so it's like that's the whole thing. But for people that are just wanting that plastic, I can see, everywhere is sold out of Hex. Let me go grab what's it called?
Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder. So like,
I don't know if those are actually super similar, but I don't know. Streamline's good though. Streamline's super.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
I would think so. Yeah, Pathfinder's pretty close. So, all right, let's just hop right into it. So, want to get everyone's opinion about this. The Pro Tour just launched their 2024 Q Series, and I'm going to try to summarize this as I kind of go down their paragraph. So, it says that they're going to launch, it says the PDGA will award 6 MPO and 4 FPO 2025 tour cards based on results of the 2024 Q Series. The inaugural Q Series schedule will feature multiple PDGA A-tier events across the United States, culminating in a November finale. Gosh, sorry, I have a sore in my mouth and it's screwing up the way I talk. In the southeastern United States, the location will be announced, blah, blah, blah. So there's a bunch of different tournaments starting in May where people can go and get some points and finishes. And so I'm going to scamper down to the bottom, and it says...
Scamper.
That's right. Everybody, watch out.
That's right. So
Tyler scampering.
So in FPO, the top 25 players in FPO Q Series point standings will get a tour card. And then also the people that qualify 46th through 80th will qualify for FPO. In addition to qualifying for Q Series finale, Q Series points competitors also. Okay. So top 25 in Q Series school points will get a tour card for FPO. And if you're ranked 46th through 80th, you still qualify. I think that's what it says. MPO is top 50 players in the Q Series. And no, I'm sorry. This is what it is, I think. I think they replace. So the Q Series points people replace the standings 46 through. So FPO, let me say this one more time because I'm all jacking it up. Top 25 players in Q Series for FPO replace 46th through 80th on the world standings.
So the high end of the Q Series cuts out the bottom end of the tour.
Yep. And MPO, the top 50 of those players cut out 91 through 150 of the world standings for DGPT. It says the Q Series finale is only open to qualified players who have not already earned a Tour 25 tour card upon conclusion of the DGPT season. The thing I'm curious about is those players that know they're going to fall in that standing, do they have a chance to be in the Q Series point standings? That's the one.
To like re-up,
yeah,
like to make sure that you're in.
Right.
Maybe.
That would be kind of cool if they got to like go to the championship.
Yeah.
Can I pause for a groundbreaking ad read?
Yes.
For someone randomly?
Yes.
So my buddy Eric just texted in our group saying that Flight Factory is selling Jawbreaker Z-Flex cap wraps, and you get a 23 cap wrap for free. That's pretty good.
There you go.
And they probably also have way too many of the ESP Swirl ones. So if you want one, go there. Use the code. I don't have a code.
I was gonna say, what is it?
Use code Foundation.
Use code
on Flight Factory.
Use code BO
2022
BO 5569 man.
Oh, is that what?
Actually, no, it's BO 55 man 69. I think is what it is.
There you go.
Boss man.
Yeah.
69.
That's the password from the movie Ready Player One.
Password for the unfinished business email.
Yeah.
Log right in. No problem.
Feel free to take a look around.
It's from the movie Ready Player One. The guy's password was that or whatever.
Take a look around on our email, and there's nothing in there.
Log into the YouTube, do whatever you want. Good show.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting hacked. Oh well.
Tesla lives here.
Yeah. All right. So one other thing to go through is that there's other ways of getting your tour. Tour. First off, we have a big debate about tour. And
how do you say it, Matthew?
I say Pro Tour.
Pro Tour.
Okay.
And you say, and at least Corey, Tyler probably says Pro Tour. Tour.
Okay, first off, I've never said
not like that. I'm trying to over enunciate what you're doing. Okay.
Pro Tour.
That's
you guys make it closer to two syllables. That's
normal for me, but it doesn't mean
Pro Tour.
Taylor's correct.
Pro Tour.
Okay, you had to hear that there a little bit, but.
I know I sound different than you guys. I just don't say tour.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain that, but without
whatever.
Yeah. So placing in the top 2 for FPO and top 3 for MPO and a Q Series point standing gets you a tour card. Placing first or second in FPO division at a Q Series finale gets you a tour card. Placing first, second, or third in the MPO division at a Q Series finale gets you a tour card. Placing third through fifth on the FPO division, tour card. 4 through 8 on MPO, tour card. And winning a regular season DGPT Q Series event gets you a tour card. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. 3 through 5 MPO, 4 through 8 MPO gets you a silver card. And if you win a regular season Q Series event, you get a silver card, which that makes no sense to me at all. I guess you have to do well. Yeah, like I win an event in the Q Series and you only give me a silver card. But it's the one where you get the tour cards is tour and it's going to get in my head, dude, every time
Shouldn't
I say
it be pronounced Pro Tower? Because it's spelled like
hour. Can somebody tell me what a silver card is?
It doesn't actually exist to Hunter.
Essentially, you need to be in the top 3 in the Q Series finale for you to get a tour card, like right off the bat. Or you just have to finish in the top 25 for FPO, top 50 for MPO. That seems really big, like large. And then I guess you replace those standings that I said. But what I heard was there's a lot of events going on out in the West and up north. So here's all the locations. I'll go down the list: Colorado, Texas, Washington, Utah, Montana, Michigan, Canada, like Ontario, South Carolina, and southeastern United States. So like that's when they go do. Oh no, South Carolina's event before the finale, which we don't know where that is, and that's going to be at the end of November.
We're in Michigan.
Great question.
Holt.
At
Okay.
Birchfield Park.
That's the tournament that I was tied for second and then tanked.
NPO.
Let's go.
And then tanked.
Corey's going to go out there and shred.
Let's go.
Yeah.
August
First
30th. August 30th is where that happens. So, I don't
Imagine
know.
The content if we're all like, we're gonna go play in a Q series, see what happens.
I bet there's gonna
guys
be so many people who are gonna want to see what they can do in a Q series. Like I'd say right now,
do we have to pay for the extra? Like, isn't it more expensive for an MPO card?
it's like $400, I believe.
No. Like the
Entry?
normal people, not like tour card. Like we pay $50 for like AM cards.
Oh,
Isn't it like
no.
75 or something like that?
Oh, for the Disc Golf Pro. I mean, I'm sorry. For DGA. I'm sorry. PDGA.
What is going on with you?
Corey is fighting for his life right now.
I am fighting.
What's DGA? Where's it coming in here?
So DGA took over the tour, by the way.
So
and
we're on
that's
the
DGA
DGPT Pro Tour, powered by the PDGA and
Oh man,
and Grip 6.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure
Okay,
the
you were-
PDGA card.
No, so I think what you're talking about,
Play
Corey.
MPO.
Yeah, so I'm not sure
Sheesh.
if you would actually have to classify your PDGA membership as a professional to register for a Q Series event. I think that's what you were asking.
No, what I'm saying is to play MPO, I'm pretty sure it's $75 for that card.
Yeah, to register in the PDGA as a professional, it is $75.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I don't know if
wonder
you have
if
to do
that's
that
all
to
you
play
need.
in MPO.
Okay.
Maybe
That's
to
confusing.
play on like the Q Series. There's a lot of acronyms.
I probably need to read this for you guys.
So is it from the PDQG
Shut up.
DA?
Shut up.
tour?
Q Series points will be awarded to competitors at the same scale, which is 100 points for a win, as the world standings, and competitors will be allowed to count their top 3 finishes on the Q Series towards the points standings total. I feel like I had to read that so you guys knew how this was working. The Q Series finale will only be open to competitors who qualify via a season-long point standing. And I guess that's when you can fight for your life, like I am right now.
I just want to know what the
Yeah, we know.
silver card is. What's the silver card?
I'm working my way down this right now. The Q Series finale is only open to blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The top 45 FPO and top 90 MPO competitors in 2024 World Standings will automatically earn tour cards and are ineligible to compete in the Q Series finale. So anyone that finishes outside so MPO top 90, FPO top 40, it looks like they're eligible to try to compete in this Q Series finale. Jeff says, our goal with Q Series is to provide additional merit-based pathway to tour card. Okay, let me find the silver card information here. Because that would actually... Okay, here we go. In addition to awarding full tour card access for 2025, the Q Series will also grant silver tour cards, which is a partial tour card access to regular season Q Series event winners and qualify said champions for one future DGPT event of their choosing. So it looks like if you get a silver card, you get to compete in one event of your choosing. Tour card access will be granted based on the following achievements, which I read earlier.
So that's kind of fun. So I guess that's like you can play on the Pro Tour, but since you didn't earn a real Pro Tour card, you're still eligible to play in the Q Series again. But for the next year, you can just choose like, hey, I want to go play a D-Glow. And you can play a D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah. Birchfield. and then D-Glow.
Yeah, Michigan guy.
Yeah. Speaking of D-Glow, or whatever DGA stands for,
DGA
I have DGA Glow. I love this disc.
Let's go.
This is so good. The DGA Pipeline 8502. I threw this thing on a line that I never thought was possible, and it was so cool because it was in front of like 4 people.
So how the DGA guys? How did the pipeline fly for you, Corey and Tyler?
Very
At
straight.
the same time.
What do you mean? Like compared to other things, or just in general? So the reason these are in the bag is because currently, not knocking Birdie, love Birdie. Thanks guys for the 2022 putter of the year. But they currently are sold out of the Strike, which is 7502. So I wanted to test some things out to see what compares closely to that, especially for feel. It's all about feel for me because every company has the like T-Bird-esque disc. These things feel amazing. It's technically an 8 speed, but it doesn't matter because it's the same thing. And I bought this one because it's like the home team Red Wings colors, and I just love it. And then my buddy Kevin gave me this double stamped one, and it's definitely a little more overstable than the PL, but they literally fit the same slots as my lightweight Strike, the like light pink one that I'm always throwing, and then the blue Color Glow. So this is literally identical.
Like 1-to-1.
But I put this on a line that like I've never gotten that far on that hole ever. And I need to go back and film it because it's like one of the local courses. It's just it was a warm day, so we decided to go out there and it was great. And then the next day it dropped down to like 30s. So now I'm in the house again.
The pipeline.
I feel like and this is based off like literal 3 throws, so I could just be wrong. But I feel like the pipeline and the Hurricane, both for me that I have, were more overstable than I was expecting them. The Hurricane was kind of a tank, and then the pipeline, like it was straight, but it also, like thinking of it more as a T-Bird makes sense. Like a lot of people that I talked to about it compared it more to like a Dynasty or like Undertaker, like straighter 9-speed, or like that thing definitely hooked up for sure.
Yeah, I would say like even if you throw it really hard and flat, it should have like a little bit of like late budge turn. Mm-hmm. I say it feels like a Thunderbird, but it flies like a T-Bird. Like it doesn't want to die as much at the end. Yeah. But it definitely like, dude, I mean, I threw a pipeline really, really far the other day, and I was like just behind my Hurricane that I throw, and I was like, geez Louise, dude, like why even throw anything else other than a pipeline? It just bombs.
What kind of plastic did you throw, Taylor?
SP for both of them.
That's what I have.
Okay, that's a little more overstable as well, so maybe that's
I mean, I also could be bad,
but either way, no, you're not bad. I've seen you throw, and these things are amazing. So
yeah, I think it's very well. Maybe it's underrated, but I think it's underrated for the sense that like DGA is underrated.
See, I don't know if the pipeline's that underrated because I'm on literally every website and they're all sold out. So they got to be doing something right.
Make some more.
True.
Because I can't find any.
I got mine from Infinite. That's where I got mine.
Yeah. There's one disc golf shop, which is actually like connected to the course that I was talking about. It's an old golf course, and they turned it into 36 holes disc golf. And then they have the pro shop, and he turned it into the throw shop, which is really cool. But he's like the only person that carries DGA around here. I've literally called every other place I could think of. There's some at a few of the Played Against Sports, but they're all like used and broken and stuff. So I'm just going to wait for him to order some more pipelines and then buy them all.
Yeah, it's a good disc. The SP, I like that. My SP is sick, and it's not too overstable for me. Getting back to this Q series. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. One thing I did think that was fascinating is the East, are they trying to bring in more West Coast players by putting all of these events in the middle of the country and even the West Coast? Matt?
Are they trying to, or is it that they dodged all the East Coast stuff, or they dodged all the mid America stuff when they were planning the tour, and this is where the most gapping is, so they're going to throw it in there instead?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they trying to pull in some of those people that, I don't know.
Well, I was going to say too, like, I think this is really interesting, not only in like the player trial way, but I definitely think they're using this as like an event course trial thing where, like, you know, that's kind of how the Silver Series was too. But like looking through, a lot of these are, you know, events that you hear about all the time. Like the 303 Open is like a huge tournament in Colorado. You know, Cascade Challenge is big. Got a tournament at the Fort, which I've been like clamoring for forever. KC Wide Open,
Diameter Open,
Birchfield.
There's a ton of just like known events in here where I think this is almost for courses the same thing that it is for Pro Tour players, where like if you're a 55 to 100 guy, you're kind of on the chopping block, and if you're not a great performing Pro Tour stop, you're like, these are the next guys up right here, just even event wise. So I like that part of it a lot. I think that part's super interesting. I'm kind of sad. We'll talk about this a bit more too, but I'm pretty sure we don't get coverage of these anymore, at least like live coverage for these, which I enjoyed watching the Silver Series last year. So I am personally kind of sad about that, but I'm glad that these courses and events are still like being highlighted as much as they are.
I wonder, I'm trying to understand the wording. I wonder if it's the Pro Tour standings or if they're going to, because it says the world ranking standings, the DGPT world rankings.
DGPTWRS.
Stop, dude. You're going to get me all mixed up. I wonder if they're referencing Stat Manda's world rankings.
That's what
and now they're calling it the DGPT because I'm trying to scroll down the list to see who's at like 90 and who could we lose that we know, because you know who's at the world rankings right now at exactly 90 on Statmando? Nate Sexton.
Ooh.
So like here there's some notable names. So like Nate Sexton, Thomas Gilbert, Nathan Queen, Silver Lott, Connor O'Reilly. Like those are some notable names that are above 90. And Michael Johansson, Chandler Fry, like there's a bunch of guys. Linus Carlson.
There really are. Just scrolling through now, there's like a lot more like
Raven
names
Newsom,
that I know that I thought there would be down here.
Carter Ahern's 120. I mean, so there's some big names that could get dropped if they're using Statmanda's world ranking system, if they're not careful. But of course they can fight for their life in the Q series, but
yeah, they better show up to Birchfield.
Be ready to take on Corey.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to motivate guys to show up more at tournaments like Nate Sexton. I don't know.
I feel
Speaking
like
of
Nate's got
motivation,
most of his feet out the door into other ventures other than playing now. But
I want to know how much he makes off
true.
that Firebird, man. I mean,
all of it.
All of the dollars.
I think he actually makes all of the money, and then Innova gets a commission off of each sold.
They get $5 a disc, and then other 20 goes to Nate.
I mean, that disc is going to be a moneymaker forever. What were you going to say, Corey?
I was going to say, can you guys decide what division I'm playing this year? Because I still haven't even bought my my PDGA card.
Pro's not official.
I'm trying to decide.
I'm playing MA4.
What should I play? Last year I played MA2. Do I go back to MA2? Do I go MA1? Do I go local MPO for no reason?
MA4 with me.
MA4. I can't. I literally can't. I'd have to.
What's the rating cutoff for MA4?
I think it's 850.
I have no idea. I know it's 900 for MA3, and I think for MA1 for MA1, if you're 935, you have to be MA1.
935.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 975 for MA4. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like mathematically what makes sense. Or 960. I don't know.
You mean 8?
Or not 9. Yeah, 8,
I was like
8.
You trying to be funny?
Hey, shut up. Shut up. You don't know how to speak today.
DGP
so I don't have to know how to count.
Yeah. We're struggling. Matt, this is what you have to look forward to when you're 30. Menopause.
It is 850. I finally found it. 850 for MA4, 900 for MA3, 935 for MA2.
Yep. So after 935, you have to go up to menopause.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Matt, any other thoughts about this?
As far as where Corey should play as, dude.
No, I'm talking about Q series.
Whichever.
No, okay. So I think that with the Q series,
MA1 Corey.
MA1 Corey. I agree.
Okay.
I think with the
MA4. Okay, Taylor, I'll come.
I think with the Q series, I think just a lot of what was happening with the Silver series is getting shifted over here.
I felt that.
And so if they could do a couple cool things, and the Q series could be an awesome set of events that everyone's looking forward to seeing. Or it could just be the Silver series, but now your favorite players can't play it.
They're not going to broadcast this though.
Yeah,
why aren't they?
I'm sure they'll do the championship. Like at least they got to at least do the champ.
I mean, that would be sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way they're going to spend production money on putting this out there.
It doesn't have to be live. Just have Jomez go to each one.
Oh yeah, I mean, I bet there'll be post-produced from someone.
Still money.
But
yeah,
I very much.
Yeah, but I want it to look like Jomez.
I get it. No, I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I am actually very excited to see if this is successful, because this is how I almost said a lie. That's not true. I was going to say this is how the PGA Tour does it, which is not true. They do a month event pretty much for what they do for Q Series. But it'll be interesting to see if they get a good turnout, one, and if they bring in quality players doing this, or if it's going to be, hey, a guy from the East Coast, or I don't know, a guy wanted to just see if he could get in, and he did, but he plans on not really touring, So I wish there was some way to encourage younger players to get in this, because that's the only bad feeling I have is if somebody tries to just see if they can get in and then they do, and then they never use their tour card for the next year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I plan on not winning, but just getting high enough to get a silver card so I can just play Devo.
Corey's a young guy.
It's in my backyard.
That's true.
I can dress like a young guy. Matt, give me your clothes.
You got to say zesty.
Yabbin. Me and Corey have the same hat and the same Finish Line shirt. So he's
actually, no, this one. Did you get this one yet?
No, I did not get I didn't order one from the captain, but I might. But
I'm the captain now.
Okay.
That's a reference from a movie. You weren't born yet.
I've
Matt, we have all these 1990s references that we're going to be using tonight. Usually, I've not picked up on a single one of them yet.
Yeah, get out of my swamp.
Oh, Matt's not amused. Okay, moving on. So next we need to bring up something.
He didn't understand the reference. That's why he's not amused.
I know. True. Come on, man.
For those of you who don't know,
for those of you who haven't
Matt
seen
has never
Shrek.
seen Shrek.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd love to just sit here and talk Shrek the whole time. And other movies
podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought this was. That's the whole point. I signed up to learn something I didn't know about.
Yeah, that's true. So the Disc Golf Pro Tour dropped another bomb on us today. Taylor, how excited were you when they dropped this bomb? Were you excited, or were you just oh my gosh, this is a headache?
Okay, here's the thing. I even read this. I still don't even know like what's going on and what tier means what and like how much
Here for
money
you,
am I
buddy.
gonna have to pay for anything. Like
We're here
what
for
is
you.
happening? Like why does it have to be so confusing?
Can we
man?
explain this? Because I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I know, that's why we're going to keep talking like this. We're
Okay, cool.
going to get through this, okay? And we're going to do it together and
right.
make
This
sure
is
you
boomers
have
learn how to use the Pro Tour app podcast.
That's right. We're referencing the Disc Golf Network raising their pricing and changing their prices, and now they have 3 tiers on how you can watch their content. They have
So is that the DGA or
Yes.
the DGN?
stop,
The
shut
DGN.
up, DGN, shut up.
Featuring DGA and many others.
Featuring dyslexia.
All the above. So we've got basic, we've got standard, and we have pro. Okay, the basic is $6. The standard is the regular $12.99, and the pro is $20. Okay, so that's per month, by the way. Those are monthly rates, and then they have yearly below if you want to go to their website, and they have them. Okay,
And then a discount for being a member. On
yeah,
the middle, top.
Yep. So if you are a D, oh my gosh, dude.
If you're a D,
If you're a professional disc golf association member,
Thank you. You get 50% off.
we should probably shorten that. That's like a really long name. We should figure out how to make like an acronym.
I
or
wonder how you
something.
could like use the first letters of make it a little.
I've never
That's a
wanted to
good
come through the
idea.
screen and choke Corey out more than ever right now.
I'm right here. I'm about an hour from Birchfield. Come on, let's see it.
Birchfield. I'm gonna fly
your
to
practice
Birchfield.
rounds
I'm gonna
in.
wait. I'm gonna wait for you at
Practice runs for
Birchfield.
the Q series.
You know what's okay? Hold on. Before we actually get into the
Yeah.
DGN, Birchfield is hilarious because hole 2 is there's literally like there's 2 or 3 different basket placements. One is actually like level with the ground, to where it's like a ditch, and the top of the basket is level with the ground, so you can't see it.
I love that.
So people throw rollers and just try and like roll it into the basket. It's
That's
really cool.
incredible.
That's hilarious.
So we definitely need footage of that. Disc golf guy.
Yeah,
Come on,
get
man.
on
Get out
it.
there.
Get on it, Terry.
Come on, Terry.
All right. If you've got that membership, I'm not going to say. If you've got that
Which
membership, you all know what I'm talking about. You get the free, basic is free, standard is half off, $5.99, and then the pro, you can get that for $12.99, which is the standard price. Which essentially what they've done here is if you're a member of the PDGA, you pay full price for pretty much what you're already getting, except here are the like extras that you get. You get 2 free general admission tickets to a DGPT event. You get their exclusive monthly newsletter. You get 20% off of their pro shop and Jomez shop. You get 10% off DGPT tickets. You get ad-free coverage. You also get, to my understanding, oh, that's it. Okay, I think that's it. But I heard that you also get, like, you can pause it, you can rewind it.
That's across the board. That's for everything now. So they moved from
Oh,
video,
is it really?
which they used before, that it's actually DVR. God, the D's and the acronyms.
I know,
So you
dude.
can like go
That's
back
what
and
I'm saying.
pause, and the video player itself should be much better. I just
see that
realized
now.
something. The pro subscription, you guys remember when they bought out Jomez, and a lot of Jeff Spring was talking about like we're gonna help wrap in like Jomez Patreon perks into DGN. That's what this is. Like the discounts on the Pro Tour shop and the Jomez shop and all this stuff is like half of just what being a Jomez patron would get you. So that's weird.
Because it also says post pro coverage, all Jomez coverage ad free. Like, who really cares about that? No offense. Jomez extra content. So you're right. It is kind of like their Patreon, essentially. Patreon. So also, but here's the biggest one in my opinion, right? Now, if you know anything about streaming services, if you have a streaming service, what do you tend to do with that streaming service? If someone else wants to watch,
you give them your code.
Yeah, you give them your credentials. Well, on here, it's telling you that if you're basic, it can be streamed on one device, standard, 2 devices, pro, 3 devices. So you could just, say to 2 other buddies, hey, let's all split this and go 3. And then you can get the pro version for $12.99.
Or you could be
maybe
me.
I shouldn't
this
be
is the most annoying thing of like my entire last year of being a disc golf fan, where like I would have to be signed in on my TV to watch it, but if I wanted to like watch on my phone and like Chromecast it, I would hit that limit just being myself and not signing out of things, and it was so annoying.
Yeah, that's true. I've done that I've done that as well. I'm trying to see if there's anything big between the pro and the standard. Here, this is the other thing. This is the big thing. So live tournament coverage. So in standard, full coverage of all DGPT events and Pro Worlds, excluding European Open and USDGC. If you have Pro, you get the European Open and USDGC. So if you have standard, you're going to miss out on those 2 majors. Now, I'm just going to tell everyone right now, if you get basic, you're an idiot. Just pay either go get a DG or a PDGA membership and get half off, or just pay $6 more a month, because you get the first round of all Disc Golf Pro Tour events and selected PDGA Pro majors. And then that's it.
I feel so bad for anybody that's going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, basic is pretty light.
You're missing a ton of coverage.
I think what I've seen most people say they're going to do is get the standard and then the weeks of European Open and USDG for that month, upgrade to pro. Go back.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Are there statistics on like how many people are subscribed to DGN?
Not
is that number out there?
Recently said hovering around 50,000.
Around 50 people. I wonder if for some reason streaming services seem to think that jacking the price up is going to like help with quality, because then like, oh, well, we can double the amount of money if we just tell the 50,000 people that they need to pay more. When really, if you lower the price, you can convince a heck of a lot more people to actually like get it, and then you're still making that money. So I don't know. They might be bottlenecking themselves.
I mean, also another thought for me is like, there's no way I'm not watching live at this point. So like, if they're going to jack up to, what is it, $7 more, I'm going to pay the $7 more a month. I don't care one bit. So I wonder if it's just that they're at that point as well. They know if they got to find that happy medium price difference, and know that if people have been watching for 2 years live coverage, they're going to keep watching it even if we jack it up $7.
Yeah, I think a piece of that too is this is a bit of crossover, and I may butcher this. I saw this recently. I was just trying to look it up and I can't find it, but I know they're moving to AWS for a lot of their like stream hosting. And recently I was watching this video based on Twitch streaming and not like how it's just incredibly hard to make that profitable. Just like hosting the stream on AWS for like a 500 viewer broadcast for like 4 to 5 hours is like multiple thousands of just cost of like renting that server space basically. So yeah, I hate that it costs more, but at the same time, like I get it. If you've got 50,000 subscribers and live viewership in the past, I feel like when I was paying attention hovered around like at good times, like 17 to 20K, like just server cost of like streaming that has to add up really quickly, much less, crew, cameras, everything. So the numbers get big fast.
Yeah, no, I actually was about to say the exact same thing. I was looking at stuff on that too. And I was like, well, yeah, Twitch is using the exact same thing as the PDGA, the Disc Golf Network, I should say. And so it makes sense that they probably use a similar cost, which is just going to be crazy high, just for the most basic broadcast. But
I'm more intrigued with who's going to be on their panel for play-by-play and color commentating next season more than anything.
Yeah, so this is one cool thing too. Jeff Spring did an interview with the Upshot. I think it literally came out today that I was driving around today. But I know Jeff mentioned that depending on the tier, you can also get access to different commentary teams is something that they're working through. So like multiple streams for an event, like having different people commentate, or I guess one stream being more analysis oriented, or, they've already done stuff with like single hole broadcasts. So they're like what he was comparing it to is like you have your standard NFL game, and then you have like the Manning cast where, you're watching like half the allures. It's like listening to Peyton and Eve talk about the game. So stuff like that, I think, is also what they're looking to do for those higher tiers. So that's why you mentioned also being a piece of like how many devices you can watch it on is like how many streams you can have open if you wanted to watch, more version, I guess, of the same broadcast.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
I'm confused.
I'm excited to watch live this year, but I think I'll dodge
Fun
out.
fact, I've never watched live.
Are you serious?
I'm a Jomez guy.
Oh my God.
Bro is a Jomez.
That's worse than not having seen Shrek.
That is worse, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird because I still watch the footage just a day later. He's never seen Shrek.
Bro. But think about how many days. Think about how many days you've been a day late, and then how many days I've been forever late.
You know how many days I didn't care that I was late because I was actually playing disc golf? So
that's understandable.
Sorry.
Facts.
Yeah.
Not even like Worlds, though? I feel like at least the majors I would have to watch.
I've never watched anything live. Yeah.
Not even the Super Bowl.
Well, I watched the Super Bowl, but I didn't have to pay $12. So
we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Corey.
Wait, you never watched Corey? Did you even
the pro version?
Did you even watch the Super Bowl commentary that was SpongeBob and Patrick this year?
Yo, gas.
No, because the party that I went to did not have Nickelodeon.
Who does?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, continue on, Tyler.
No, I mean, this is pretty entertaining. This is good stuff. All right, so Matt's on a bit of a time crunch, so let's get into our top 10 for each of us before we start the season. So what we want to do is we want to say, all right, this is my top 10 starting guys right now in my power ranking before we start the season. So I thought it'd be fun to hear everyone's opinion, and there is so many different ways you can put your top 10. I hope we're all over the board. I bet we are, because I even took a couple guys that I think are a little different. And then we are also going to see who do we want to choose for our winners up until Champions Cup, and choosing our first way too early winner for Champions Cup as well. So let's do our top 10 first. And I'm going to start us off, and we're going to go 1 through 10. And I'll start off, excuse me. And I'm going to make a list here for our guys too, so I can document this. But my number one guy going into the next year has got to be Player of the Year, Calvin. A lot of people I've heard have had Gannon or other people, but I think Calvin has got a lot to prove this year. Maybe he feels that, maybe he doesn't. But I think he's going to absolutely just pick up right where he left off. He's my number one. Matt, what about you?
Exact same, Calvin Heimberg. Even if I kind of like the idea of Isaac being winning Player of the Year for just his performance at some just big events, I'm still going to put Calvin on my number one there. No problem. I agree.
And they're playing in Florida to start the season, which is right in the backyard for Calvin. So, Corey, who do you got? Who's your number one going in the next year?
It's Vinny.
Let's go.
That's easy.
All right, Taylor. Sweep.
Same for
Star,
me. Same for me. Yeah.
Star frame. Sorry, we didn't trademark that. Hopefully we won't get copyrighted for that.
Oh, TM'd?
Yeah. All right. I just want to. I want to shut the live stream off right now. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
number LS.
Yeah. Boy, Matt, who's your number 2?
Number 2, Isaac Robinson.
Ew.
That's an EW for IR.
I just said ew. For
why,
what?
Why Isaac?
What do you mean? Why Isaac? Who else
Two-time
deserves to go up
major
here? 2-time major winner, popping off all year long last year. No one's intending anything different. Bro's throwing forehands now. What do you expect from him?
Popping off. I think he averaged somewhere around like outside or just barely inside the top 10 last year.
Yeah, but you forgot that he was the GOAT when it mattered.
It was a 2-time major winner, but
yeah, that's gonna be my number 2. Absolutely, Isaac. Number 2.
Right. Corey, who's your number 2?
I'm going with Gannon. I think he's got new plastic. Well, he's got old plastic, and I think he's going to be throwing it pretty well with those old DD flight numbers and everything. Plus, I think some of the first courses that they play are going to suit him pretty well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He could pop off. Taylor, who we got? Number 2.
I also had my guy Isaac as well. It's just the 2-time. Can't deny him his spot up here. I mean, I think he'll surprise us this year. I think he'll play a little bit more consistently well and still just be there carving some smooth lines.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this about Isaac, okay? He's been getting smashed by Alden in their one-on-ones this offseason. So, I mean, Isaac has a lot to prove. Alden's playing hot with that new Discmania, John. So
I'd rather be a 1X Worlds winner than a 2X Panda Express winner. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. That's very true. That's very fact. I'm with Corey. We're right on line with each other. So Gannon, my number 2. I think he has a lot that he wants to prove coming out of the gate with Discmania. I think he kind of feels like he's like the poster boy for Discmania, and I think he likes that. So I think he's going to get a kickstart right out the gate. And I'm right with Corey. This courses fit him really well. So I got Gannon number 2. So Corey, who's your number 3?
Number 3, kind of weird, but I love it. Chris Dickerson.
Ooh,
yes.
CD.
I think the fact that he has a new bag, which shouldn't change his skill level, but he's on Squatch now.
He got his swagger
he's
back.
So much more comfortable back there. I mean, he carries like 60 discs. So I mean,
yeah,
bro.
If you saw his in the bag,
dude,
he looked very happy. He looked excited. I haven't seen that Chris Dickerson in a while, because he is one of my favorite players. So I think I'm putting him in 3rd.
Well, you haven't seen him very much because you only watched Jomez, so he hasn't been on Jomez in a while.
Facts.
So
No, it's because he wears too much camouflage and I can't find
it's hard to see.
That's true. You never can see him.
Yeah.
That's true. At least we'll be able to find his bag now. So that was probably his biggest issue last year. Taylor, who's your number 3?
I have Gannon here, just the other side of the top 3. I think there's a lot of ways you can spin that top 3, but those 3 guys in my mind are absolutely deserve the podium.
Locked. My number 3 is going to really shock absolutely everybody, I think, and I'm going to go Simon. I think Simon.
What? No way.
I think Simon last year had like a taste of like a new normalhood, and I think he's in a different routine. And I've seen all of his videos out, and his putting is on fire. And I think when his putt is on, like his throwing ability is off the charts. If he can putt, he's going to win. So I have a very strong feeling that Simon has his boy back. He's got his baby brother on the team. He's feeling really comfortable. So he's my number 3. Matt, who's your number 3?
I am the exact same as Taylor right now. I'm also Gannon for my number 3 here.
Nice.
Taylor and I could go perfect 10 out of 10, but I doubt it.
All right, Taylor.
Well, all you really have to do is someone says something, and then
And
the
just
other person
change your
goes,
answer.
"Oh my God, me too."
No way.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor. Who's your number 4?
I have fellow disc maniac Kyle Klein in number 4. I feel like he
I
really
love that.
turned up at the end of last year, and I'm really hoping he's taken some offense to the futures here marketing, that I want to spin this narrative one more time that Discmania is snubbing Kyle Klein, and he's got to go out there and just prove the haters wrong.
Don't let Discmania off the hook with that one. I agree with that. So, this one feels very strange because we won't see him for a while, but I'm going to put Eagle at number 4. I think when he gets out there, I think he'll slot right into that spot right there. I think it's going to take him a little bit, but once he starts figuring things out, and if he gets the putt going, he's off the charts. So I'm going to put him in there, even though we won't see him for quite some time. Matt, who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Matty O.
Wow.
Ooh.
Why? What's your?
I've analyzed and looked over Matty O's stats, and a lot of the times the question was, how is this guy have this good of stats and isn't taking W's? But he's taken his W. So if those stats continue and now he knows how to take a big W, I'd be expecting a lot from him this season.
Here's what I'll say about Matty O real quick too. Like, this is a guy confirmed in the past, with old school guy. Like, he has come out and said, like, I have not run putts or like gone for events so I could guarantee like second, third place and get cash to get to the next event. He's locked up now. Like, I think this is probably one of the first times in his career he's like super secure in a contract. So I think that could help him a lot.
Double cheeked up on a Wednesday for sure. So I think
3 seasons.
3 C's. I think he's trying to like be more stable too. I think he's trying to get married and all this good stuff. So Corey, who's your number 4?
So he's like an up and coming German player, Simone Lizetti.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know German.
Too.
I don't know how to pronounce German. So
no way.
Yeah. I think he's just gonna, especially now he has a little bit of motivation of like still being MVP's number 1.
Yeah.
Now the Eagles there, so I think he's gonna demolish this year, and then he's gonna quit halfway through because of a baby.
Yeah, I know. I sure hope not. He says he's taking a month off, so we'll certainly see. But I mean, I love how much he doesn't want to lose the Eagle. I love it. We all love to see it. All right, number 5. We're going back to me. Got to go with our good old trusty boy Ricky Wysocki. So I have my concerns about him, but he's rookie, so I'm just going to put him in right at 5. I didn't know where to put him, so that's where he goes. Matt, what about you?
I've got a couple options for number 5 here. I think I'm going to give some respect and say Eagle, even though I don't believe that he's going to come back like crazy this year. You have to say that the potential he has to come back like crazy is there. So I'm going to put him in my number 5.
I mean, can he still throw over 700 feet when he's healthy?
Yeah, we don't know.
That's what that's what it sounds like.
We hope if he can,
let him rip, man.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. So, Corey, who's your number 5?
My number 5 is Isaac. I still think he's going to do really well, but I don't know. He's just kind of middle of the road right now. Well, I mean, it's top 10, so it's not middle of the road, but it's middle of the best players.
So what's really crazy, actually, Taylor, give me your number 5, and then I'll make our halfway through comments.
Yeah, I have Anthony Barella at 5.
Wow.
Maybe more hope than actual belief, but I want AB to take that next step and be like an elite player because he can do it. It's just, it's in.
What's crazy is that AB, like you said earlier episodes, like we used to seeing him win down in Arizona before the season starts, and we're like, this is his year. Well,
like,
he did the exact opposite this year. He didn't win,
Reverse
so maybe
psychologying it.
Yeah, he's revving up to win on Pro Tour instead. So what's really fascinating is that Isaac went number 2 for Taylor and Matt. He went number 5 for Corey, and I still have yet to say Isaac. So Isaac's not even in my top
Disrespect.
5 right now. So yeah, I am putting a lot of disrespect on Isaac. So Matt, let's get into the back half. What's your number 6?
My number 6 was almost my number 5, and that is AB. I was almost going to agree with Taylor one more time. I think another person, AB, has the potential of being amazing, and we hope for it, but hopefully this is the year. It would be, I think, maybe crazy to fully leave him out of your top 10.
All right, Corey, number 6, who you got?
Number 6, I'm going with the marathon monster himself, James Proctor.
Yep. Love that.
I think he's ready. I think he's able, and I think he's fit as crap right now. So, yeah.
He looked really excited in his in the bag video. So, ooh, look at that. The one thing is I have some beef with Proctor. I gave him a lot of shout out on Instagram, and he didn't even like my story. Like, he could have liked it at least. Didn't even like it.
Yeah, you're right. He's not number 6 anymore.
That's my best
I'm gonna
friend
go
you're
with,
talking about, okay? It's my best friend.
I know. Dude, I used that in a picture, and I put next to his name 2024 Pro Tour or Pro World Champion. He could have liked it at least. Gosh.
I told him not to.
Yeah, well,
Or it
it
was in his
showed.
ear.
Thanks. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it. All right, Taylor, who's your number 6?
I also have the spin doctor James Proctor as my number 6.
That's
I feel
amazing.
like he's a guy. I just recently watched his In the Bag. This came out. He's a guy that I feel like thrives on having good vibes in the bag when it comes to discs. So like I feel like open bag is the dream for him, where he's got like these rocks from like 2004 that is just like, yeah, I don't really use this, but like I've had it forever and it makes me feel good to have it in the bag. I'm like, this is just incredible. Like I love that for you.
Question. Do you think companies would be upset with players bagging something that they weren't going to throw, but it makes them feel good?
No.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean? Like he said, like Proctor has rocks that I'm probably not going to throw this, but it's been in my bag so long that it makes me feel good to have it. What if there was a pro that was like, I've had this other company disc since I started, so it's just my good luck charm. I don't even throw it anymore. But like, do you think pros that they're playing for would actually care if it's in the bag?
I think they would care if it was a different manufacturer's disc, but otherwise they're like, I was
gonna say conspiracy theory. They could just take someone else's disc, but put their company's disc stamp on it of the thing that's closest to it.
Yeah, but if it was like
this is back in the day, Prodigy beef. Is that what this is?
This teal one, I think it's a Buzz. It's either a Buzz or a Zone, but it's got the stamp of the first tournament I ever did. So I wouldn't want to stamp something else over that stamp.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Curious.
saying I'm pretty sure that nobody wants that to happen. Like manufacturer.
I know, but like, you're not even pulling it out of the bag ever.
Maybe they hide
throwing
something.
it.
Maybe they do hide something. I don't know.
It's in the pocket.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've never looked down at
it's
my.
in the pocket.
I've never looked down at my bag and be like, "Oh, there she is," but then I never throw it. I don't know.
I've had that before.
I keep a
where I'm
picture of
like,
Corey
I don't
in my
want.
bag.
It's on his favorite disc.
There she is.
There she is. No, I've had discs in my bag where I'm like, I don't want to lose this because it's like my first disc ever or whatever. But also, I don't trust myself throwing it anymore because it's not in a slot where it used to be. So it'll be in there, and I'll look at it, and I guess maybe I am the weirdo that's like, there she is, but I don't know. I'm going to give my last number 6 in my six slot, and I'm going to choose Isaac finally. He'll be right in there just outside the top 5. No disrespect, just I felt like... I don't know. Isaac could have been 5. What's so funny?
I felt like when he won Worlds and the other majors, you just wasn't that good.
I know.
No, he's like, we've already gone through 5 slots, and I still haven't picked Isaac. And then number 6, he's like, Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So another here, I won't say anything yet, but I'm very shocked to see our list so far. This is fun. All right, cool.
He's coming out of the gate swinging. Parker Welk.
Our boy.
I think he's going to surprise a lot of people, and he's going to be in the top 10.
He's a sneaky good putter. He looks really good with the putter, except for the one video that he put out.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So, all right, Taylor, who you got number 7?
I have, and this is literally based on like 3 throws that I watched in the New Zealand coverage that's been coming out. But I watched I watched like 3 holes of that, and Corey Ellis's game looked so good. That man was out there slinging. So I had to put him in the list somewhere. So I'm gonna slot Corey Ellis.
What happened to his shoulder, or no, his back?
That's Marweed?
Yeah, that's
Marweed. He dropped out of All-Star.
Corey Ellis?
Yeah, he stepped down from All-Star because he said he hurt it. I don't know if it was his waist or his back or something.
I did not hear that.
Here, let me keep going, but I'll find it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm up next. So, all right, my number 7, and I am completely shocked how I'm the first guy to put him on the board, Paul McBeth, the legend. Got to put him in there eventually. Figured I'd put him in right behind the one time. So, Paul McBeth, put him in at 7. We don't know what his health condition's like, but that's the reason why I was like, if he shows up, he's got to be pretty good. So he says he's been practicing a lot with the putter. So I'm hoping to see him just start draining everything right off the bat. So, Matt, who you got number 7?
My number 7 is Cole Redolin.
There she is. First one to take Cole off the board. He's nasty. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
And also, I'll wait for maybe another name, and then we'll talk about something that was said yesterday that I want to bring up real quick. All right, Taylor, who's your number 8?
In number 8, I have Nicholas Antala.
Wow, sneaky,
yeah. I think he's sitting down. I had Statmando pulled up. He's sitting down at 15th in Statmando rankings. I could see 2 things for him. I don't know if he's published his full schedule yet. I could see him like sneaky just winning every Pro Tour, like European Pro Tour event, and just like coming back and being like 3rd in the point standing, just from like slaying over. I'm honestly curious to see how that works out with how many people go over to Europe to play those events. But yeah, I think he's going to play well this year.
Listen, I'm just going to bring this up real quick, is that we talked about Discmania versus Discraft, and we say Discraft has got to be the better team, but yeah, we've got 3 Discmania players in Taylor's top 8 and only 2 Discraft players in Taylor's top 8. So going to be interesting. That's going to be an interesting battle to watch, those 2 teams, who's going to have the better team this year. So I'm up at number 8, and I'm choosing Kyle Klein. I think that is disrespectful to put him in 8. I think he's a lot higher than that, actually, but just the way things fell, Kyle Klein's going to be right there. I feel like he's always at 7, 8, throughout the season.
People sleep on Kyle Klein, me included.
Yeah, dude, he's so good, especially in the woods. I think he's a sleeper in the woods. So, we'll see. I think Kyle Klein could actually win chess.com. So, but we'll see. Matt, who's your number 8?
My number 8's also Kyle Klein. Had to put him in there. But down towards the bottom. Yeah.
All right, Corey, 8. Who you got?
Before 8, so it wasn't the All-Star. It was the Bottle Lake Open in New Zealand. He dropped out because of a groin issue.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Ellis.
Yeah, Scott just mentioned that in the chat as
So,
well.
yeah, well, I was busy looking it up, Scott. Sorry. My number 8 is Ricky. My number 8 is Ricky.
Hey, Ricky, you're so fine.
He always ends up doing a lot better than I think.
Yep.
But at the same time, a lot worse than I think.
Yep.
Because he could be number 1 or 2.
Yep.
Or he could be number 50
That's how I
out of
feel
nowhere.
too.
So yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right, we're down to 9 and 10, so I'm up next. So my number 9 is going to be Matty-O. That's all I got. Matt, what about you? Number 9.
Number 9, Ricky Wysocki.
Ricky makes the list.
Ricky does make the list. I feel like probably Ricky should be higher on my list, but I just had a lot of names that I'm seeing some potential in. I mean, Ricky did really well at the end of the season, but
I mean, he won the Pro Tour, didn't he?
Yeah.
Back to back. So, all right, Corey, who's your number 9? Can't wait this.
My number 9 is Ezra Aderhold.
Oh, I knew something was crazy here. I just felt it.
I think he's gonna do good this year. That's really all I can say.
He's gonna do real good.
Yep, he's replenished after a oddly sexual vacation with his friends.
Yeah, right.
Around the world.
Yeah,
it was
so true.
A little strange, but it was awesome. And I think there's a lot of courses that he's slowly but surely like honing in on hitting every single shot correctly, and it's gonna fall into line this year.
He's got to throw more fairways, in my opinion. If he threw more fairways, gotta get rid of that nuke stuff. But anyways,
I tried to convince him. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we need to never mind. I was going to say something very terrorist-like, but we won't do that. So, Taylor, number 9.
Yeah, number 9. There's a lot of names I want to say, but realistically, I got to have Richard Wysocki up here somewhere because, I mean, honestly, it's a tough deal with the whole Lime thing because, I feel like the events he plays in where he doesn't have to deal with it, he does extremely well still, and then just it flares up and he misses events and people kind of like me forget about him and then comes back and wins Pro Tour. So for a top 10, I gotta have Richard up here.
Love it. I like it. All right, Matt, you're first one to kick it off.
I think I'm going with a little bit of a ratchet take, but I've just been watching a lot of his stuff in the off season, and I'm interested to see what he does. And that's Bradley Williams.
Very clutch. And he got his girl back, so he's in good spirits. So,
yeah.
All right, Corey, who's your last one?
So it was actually a 3-way tie.
Okay.
Between Kyle Klein, Eagle, and why am I drawing a blank on his name? Silas Schultz. Sorry.
Wait, I'm shocked. Hold on. Me and Tyler have the same realization here, I think. There's no...
Yes.
There's
no way on this good God green earth that you don't have Gossage in your top 10.
There's no Goose up here?
No.
I'm shocked.
I think he's going to win a Pro Tour, but I think he's still going to be in the 12-13 slot.
Oh no.
Because there's a lot of courses that he just kind of falls apart. It's not the same way Matt was talking about his putting. Hey, dude, I root for the Lions. Okay? It's not the first time that I've rooted for an underdog and I really wanted them to win, but sometimes you got to look at I think he's really good in certain scenarios. I think he still has a lot of work to do in others. Yeah. But going back, it was between Silas Schultz, Eagle, and Kyle. And I feel like out of those 3, I'm going to take Kyle just because he has won before. Eagle has won, but he's injured. We don't know if he's secretly throwing right-handed without us knowing yet, or if he's just literally waiting until the first tournament to see what happens. And then Silas, God, he's so cool.
Yeah, he is cool.
but I'm not sure if he's there yet.
Yeah. All right, Taylor, last one.
Yeah, I have Cole Redalin here as the last one. I think winning Ledgestone helps out mentally a lot. Just kind of, again, I've talked about it before, but not only when Ben Calvin off that's throwing in from everywhere, right behind you. So I think that experience will help him out a ton, and obviously super, super talented.
Yeah, and I think I'll add on to that and say he's been in the gym. He's been working on his form religiously. We've seen it on Instagram. And now it's all about just putting it together and putting out a good performance, which is why I have him in my number 10 as well. So I had to go with Cole, which is really fascinating, the fact that I'm the only person that has Paul McBeth on their top 10 list.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just scared of the shoulder. I'm scared of the shoulder.
I'm scared of the baby.
No. Baby changes you in the better. I promise you. It does. But one thing I wanted to bring up was we heard something on Griplock yesterday, which if it's not true, it needs to go to court for slander. But Trevor said that Cole Redolin and Aaron Gossage do not care for one another. And so that is going to be a fascinating thing if that is true. Because now if the cat's out of the bag, I wonder if people are going to like pay attention to that, because I know I will, because I love that kind of stuff. So I honestly, I can't wait for Isaac and Gannon. I'm hoping the Cole and Goose thing is true, which I don't know why they don't like each other, but I can't wait to hear why if that ever comes out. But we need some more rivalries in disc golf, man. So I hope we get to see like some people like start jarring at each other or something like that, or like, you know, fist pumping a little bit more. Like I hope we get to see a little bit more of that parity with the attitudes back and forth this season. So
Definitely makes it more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, or maybe they would edit that in post-production so Corey would miss it.
Corey would be so sad.
All right. So last and final thing. Let's
I was just making a joke out of forget that. Continue, Tyler.
Scott did say Trevor picked two random people, and it's not true. So we could just be getting drama bait.
Yeah. Which is really ridiculous if he were to just do that, in my opinion. So
honestly, if I was on the Pro Tour, I would pick one of my friends and just be like, this season, we should just hate each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, just make it look like there's some crazy drama, and then have a full-on hockey fight.
I think
on one of the holes.
Yeah, I mean, me and another buddy on my golf team growing up, we were kind of like, hey, when we're playing, like we need to act like really, really serious to one another, to where people would always be like, is something going on? And we're like, no, we're totally fine. But people would always be like, man, you guys are like super intense. We're like, yeah, we just said when it's game time, we're just not gonna be buddies. We're gonna be going after it. So, all right, let's go down the list. Let's say who's going to be your winner each one of these events. So, chess.com in Florida. Matt, who do you got?
That's a good question. I've been thinking about this one. I think I'm going to say Gannon.
Gannon Burr.
I watched the course. I watched a couple videos on the course, and I don't know what I think.
I just spelled Gannon like Gangoon. Gannon Burr. Corey, who do you got in Florida?
Calvin. Home field advantage.
Shocker. Taylor, who do you got?
I also have the Heim dog. He always does well. Throw down the mountain. It's the same course. I feel like.
Yeah. I'm going to go off of what I said earlier, and I'm picking Kyle Klein. He's going to win the opener right off the bat. All right. Waco, which I think the former winner is Kyle Klein, which is true. So Corey, who you got? Waco.
Chris Dickerson.
CD, I knew that was coming.
Yep.
Taylor.
So Waco historically has always produced some strange winners. It's one of those where like weird people win Waco. I'm going to say Ezra Robinson.
Ezra Robinson. Which is funny you say that, because I'll give you the winners after we're all done making our picks for the last couple of years.
No shade. Colton Montgomery won Waco.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying, weird stuff happens.
Yeah, that is true. And Jeremy Colling has won it twice too, which is crazy to think about.
Back-to-back on playoffs where his opponent threw a disc and almost hit a spectator off the drive.
Yeah.
2 years. That's wild to me.
That is wild. I'm going to go with a very wild one. I'm going to go KJ USA.
Like that.
Woods game, 4 hand shots. I'm going to go with it. We're going to see what happens. I feel like he wants to start off right. Anyways, Matt, who do you got? Who's your winner?
I'm also going a wild one here. I'm going Matty O.
I can see that.
I'm really just going crazy, but
yeah. So
did he do pretty good in Waco?
I don't know.
Or no?
I have no idea.
I thought he was.
Here are the winners for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Kyle Klein, Paul Macbeth, Nikola Castro, Paul Macbeth, Jeremy Colling.
No, I thought he was on like lead card last year for like the final.
I don't even remember, so I don't even know. I couldn't even get to.
Okay.
But you could be right. I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me of last year's standings from that tournament. So I don't know, unfortunately. All right, next event is the Open at Austin, which Gannon won last year. It was the first time we've played there. So, Taylor, who you got for that one?
I would love nothing more than if Gannon wore his cowboy hat he won there the entire tournament and won again. So that's what I'm trying to manifest.
Yep. Let me look at my list. I have it's kind of an open course. Got to be careful with your landing spots. I'm gonna go for some reason. I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna do that. Am I?
Send it.
I'm gonna go Calvin for that one. No, I didn't send it. I chose Calvin. I backed out. Calvin. Matt, who do you got?
let's go Simon Lizotte.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. Yeah. Corey?
I would love nothing more than for Gannon to wear his cowboy hat and then it gets stolen by Parker Welk.
Uh-oh.
Parker's the boy. Parker Welk is your pick?
Yep.
Well, I mean, he is in your top 10, so he's got to win eventually, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. All right. I think I'm up next. And we are looking at the Texas State Championships, which I'll tell you who won the last couple, just so you know. We got Calvin, Ricky, Bradley, Ricky, Anthony Perkins, Ricky, Bradley. So I'm going to go – I am going to go AB for this one. I just feel it for some reason. AB.
Okay.
Matt?
Not bad.
I think I'm going to say he's going to go back
Not
to back
good.
here. I think I'm going to go Bradley here.
Bradley. Who do you got, Corey?
I got Calvin.
Yeah, that's a good one. Got to go Calvin.
Yep.
Taylor, repeat Ricky.
Yeah, I gotta go Ricky. Ricky always does so well here that it's hard to bet it.
Yeah.
For Richard.
Fun fact.
Ricky, you're so fine.
The fun fact, first time I ever watched a Pro Tour event on Jomez was the final round Texas State Champs in, what year was it? 2019. I watched it on Jomez. That was my first ever pro disc golf experience on YouTube. So, all right, Matt, you're going to be up first, and this is going to be for Jonesboro. Who do you got?
For Jonesboro, I think I have. I'm going to keep with it. I think I'm going Isaac for Jonesboro.
Wow. Corey?
I second that.
Okay. Taylor?
So looking back, since 2017, 3 people have won this event in MPO, which is Calvin, Ricky, and Paul.
Yep.
So I'm going to say the guy from Arkansas, Kevin Jones. Hometown advantage.
He almost won it multiple times.
That would be such a good story.
That would be. I'm going to have to go Calvin. I don't know what else to do. So
Kevin Jonesboro.
Kevin Jonesboro. And we've got 2 more events. The Music City Open in Tennessee. Corey, you're up first.
I'm going Gannon with this one.
Just for fun, so you guys know, these are the winners from the last several years. Is Simon, Chris Dickerson, Mason Ford, Alden Harris, Chris Dickerson, and then some other guy.
Don't worry. Chris didn't win this one.
Gotcha. So who did you have? I missed it.
Gannon.
Yeah. Okay. Taylor, what about you?
Yeah, I was going to say, even before you read that, before this was a Pro Tour event, this was Chris Dickerson's tournament, and I'm going to say Chris Dickerson's.
Yep, I can feel that. I'm going to go interesting on this one. I hope he actually plays in it, but I am going to go Bradley Williams. I think that's where he gets a win, actually. And okay. Matt, who do you got?
I'm going to throw Corey a bone here. I'm going to go Chris Dickerson as well.
CD. I mean, you have to, right? Almost.
Why are you throwing me a bone?
Because you're the one who's fiending for a Chris Dickerson Worlds this year, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just put it down now.
Just write her down.
We're not even there yet. Put it down now.
All right, and then last but not least, the Champions Cup up at Northwood. Taylor, who do you got?
I am going to say, I was really in between a few folks for this one, but I am going to say Cole Redolin. After his Ledgestone performance, I think I was really in between him and Calvin because Calvin played really, really well at Northwoods, but I think Cole's got good feeling. So I'm going to say Cole.
Yeah, I already said this in an earlier podcast, so I got to go Cole Redolin myself. I said that he was going to win. He was my way too early hot take that he was going to win Champions Cup, so I got to go Cole Redolin. Matt, who do you got?
I think I'm going Isaac Robinson for this one.
Oh, we're real original here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? All right, Corey.
This one, it was really close. I had two people. For the longest time, I was thinking Ricky, but I think I'm going to give it to Yuli.
Really?
Paul Ulibarri is going to win it.
All right, man. Yep. I like that. I like that a lot, man.
Paul Ulibarri is going to win it, and then he's going to lose his tour card.
Tragic.
That's really all I need to say. He doesn't care anymore. He's got the cup, and then that's all he needs.
Yeah, I don't know if he can lose it after winning a major, though. But
not immediately.
That would
after,
honestly be hilarious to me that like the guy that's just wanted to win a major the whole time wins like the newest major, and he's like the oldest player.
Yeah, that's definitely true. All right, we got some fun winners here. We got an Ezra Robinson. We got a Parker Welk. We got two KJ twice at two different courses.
Go, Kevin.
Kevin Jones, we believe in you. We believe in you. Get it done, KJ. Come on.
In your honor.
Yeah. And just we are praying away the rollaways. Like we've done everything we can to stop the rollaways. It's not happening.
That's a good call by Scott. No Paul in any.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's.
Yeah, and we did talk about that in earlier episodes about Paul's going to make his comeback year, but we don't know what he's capable of yet, like health-wise. So
we also don't know what Eagle's capable of yet, so I don't really know.
Well, Eagle said he's going to be back for Champions Cup. That's what he said. So we shall we shall see.
What a great course to come back to on the tour. First round's back on tour. We're going to Northwood, baby.
Yeah, I know, right? Welcome back. Exactly. So the next tournament is the DDO, but that'll be the same weekend. We're down in Charlotte, so we will definitely leave that alone.
We'll make Corey watch live in the Airbnb.
Yes.
I'm not doing it.
We like tape him to the chair.
I refuse. Yeah,
tape his eyes open.
What's that one horror movie where like they hold her eyes open? Oh man. So all right guys, we're gonna wrap it up right there. Matt's on a bit of a time crunch, so
we're chilling.
Live we'll keep moving, but Matt's probably gonna get off. We'll probably close the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the All-Star weekend, because you know that we probably won't, but we'll probably end up watching at some point in time. Corey will not be watching any of it. We just figured that out this episode. And except for whatever comes on Twitter or highlights on IG. But thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can go to foundationdisc.com to get all your disc golf needs. And congratulations to Foundation, by the way, for 5-year anniversary of being alive, doing it. Big shout out to Hunter for grinding these last 5 years. Seriously, I went back and saw their first episode last week, and it's pretty cool to see how far they've come in the last 5 years. And if they make that McBeast Raptor, Crystal Raptor, and I don't get one, I might cry, because that thing was like a legendary disc of their company. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.